that was Three's a Crowd by Tierra Cox. The next book that I want to share with you is a book that was on my TBR list for a long time. I think it was on there since like September or October of last year, and I just got around to reading it. It is Disposable by Sara Allen. I was interested in this book because by the blurb alone, and it was basically the story of this high-power attorney comes home, catches her husband cheating in their bed, and she's just like had enough, so she flips. And I was like, yes, honey, because y'all know I do love me some drama and some romance. Love it. So I didn't get around to reading it last year because authors just kept dropping books. Like my favorites kept dropping books, and then you guys would tell me about books, and I'd be like, okay, well, let me read that. So I was really excited to finally get around to actually reading a book on my to be read list. The to be read list is on the website at www.readthisbook.net. So in case you're looking for a book, you can go there and see what's on the list. But anyway, let's get into this book review. So this is a story about Karen and Derek. Karen is a high-powered litigation attorney who likes to win, right? She likes to win. And she's in the rat race. She's just had enough. She's fed up with her job. She needs a break. You know, her husband has been cheating on her. This isn't the first time, but this is the first time he's actually did it in their home. And so she comes home and she's just like, oh, well, ain't this some shit? Girlfriend stands in the door and actually watches them. And I'm like, no. When I got over the initial shock, it would have been on. They would have caught these hands. There would have been all types of drama. It would have been a mess. But no, she was just cool, calm, and collected and was like, okay, so not only are you going to cheat on me, you're going to cheat in our home, in our bed, on our wedding anniversary. Who does that? I was like, the nerve. So girlfriend was like, okay, you need to get gone. Okay, I've had enough of you and your foolishness. We are done. And so he's like, you know, trying to apologize and whatnot. The side chick is like, girl, I didn't even know. And I'm like, okay, sure. So fast forward, she like calls her job and was like, I'm taking a vacation immediately. You can kick rocks. She's like telling him, I'm done, get out, all this good stuff. So then you fast forward and they're at the house and she straight like loses her shit. She straight loses her shit and she gets him naked and then she basically strings him up like a turkey. And then she leaves for her vacation. Yeah. I was like, well, damn, girl. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned, like a woman fed up. You did too much. And now she's like, no. You trussed up like a turkey and I'm about to go on my vacation by myself to discover my purpose, to get my life together and figure out what's next. And I'm like, yes, I'm here for you, Karen. I am here for you, Karen. So Karen decides that she's gonna take her vacation in Alaska. Alaska, people! I'm like, out of all the places in the world? Okay. Well, she wants a cabin retreat. She wants the snow and the mountains and the solitude. And I'm like, okay, do you. So she lands in Alaska and she's driving to, you know, her cabin and her car just stops. It just stops working. And so she's like in the middle of nowhere, Alaska, like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And this truck passes her and the guy comes back and help her. He's actually going to the next town over and he has a tow company, but he has to go get the actual tow truck to tow her car. She was hella rude to dude. Hella rude. I'm like, you're in the middle of nowhere, Alaska. You need to be nice, okay? And pray that he's not a serial killer. He's not a serial killer. He comes back and gets her, tows her car. Of course, there's drama with the car. The rental agency can't get one to her. They have to order a part. So she has to stay in this small town in Alaska with people that she doesn't know, basically like in a shack. and she's this high-powered litigator who's fancy pants and whatnot, and she's basically stripped down to, no, you need to learn how to be nice people and live with the bare necessities, and it ain't all about you. And so I'm like, okay, great. Okay, fine. And so you're like, the story continues with her interacting with the people in this small town, with the lady that she has to share literally a room with because there's no heat in this house. There's only one heat source, and it's in the living room where the lady sleeps. And so they basically bunk in the same space together. And I'm like, you better than me, because hell to the never. Nope, not gonna work. So anyway, it continues this dynamic. She's meeting the people. She's learning to just chillax and not be on 10 all the time. And I'm like, okay. But there's this dynamic with her and the tow guy, Des, where they just butt heads every single time. And I'm like, okay, I see where you're going. But they bump heads. And then, it just kind of, the story just kind of falls flat there. It just kind of like, all right, he owns the bar, and okay, the lady you share the house with is a recluse and don't go out much, and everything centers around this bar, all the activities. And I'm like, okay. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, so you're telling me that the rental car place still can't get you a car for you to get to your cabin? Did you cancel your cabin? What? Okay. So I'm like, LaShonda, get out your head. Just go with it. So I'm reading the story, and I'm just like waiting for something to happen. I'm waiting for something to happen. I'm waiting for something to happen. And then finally there's like this party or whatever, a holiday party at the bar, and all the townspeople come and everyone's chilling, and Des like asks her to dance, and it's like awkward, and I'm like, okay. Still, like, can something happen? No. So after this party, whatever, Des like invites her upstairs to his room. They're like gonna make out, and it was awkward, and it didn't happen. It was like a dud because he was drunk and he basically passed out. And I was like, again, he would have caught these hands. He would have been suffocated in his sleep or something. Like, how you gonna like manhandle me and bring me up to your place, and then nothing happens? And she's just like, okay, I guess I'll go to sleep. What the holy hell? I'm like, okay. All right. So then fast forward, right? She's been chilling like in Alaska for a month, still no rental car. She ain't went to her cabin. And then all of a sudden, she's wanted for attempted murder, right? What? So I'm like, okay, fine. She's wanted for attempted murder. And so Des is like, is it true? Tell me what happened. Let's help you. Let's try to get you back. And she was like, I can take care of me. I don't need you all in my business. She reverts back to being super bitch. And I'm like, okay. So now you go from, I'm just chillaxing in Alaska. I had to learn to be chill. I met some people. Everybody's cool. It's okay not to, be on 10 all the time. And then you immediately flip back into mode, which I'm like, okay, I get it. If I'm up for attempted murder, I'd be in beast mode too, right? So I'm like, okay. But you flip, and then everything like fast forward with her going back to London and this trial and what's happening. And it turns out that Des is like this high-powered attorney who also like took a break from life, and he's trying to like help her, and she's being stubborn and rude. And I'm like, girl, shut up. Let this man help you. And so you fast forward and you have this trial, and then it's like, ta-da. I'm like, what? Y'all, when I tell you I wanted to flip a table, I wanted to flip a table. I wanted to flip a table because I was expecting so much from this book. I was expecting so much from, okay, she's relocated in Alaska for her vacation. Can we get the sexy happening between her and Des? You're telling me that all that happened between them was a clumsy attempt to get it on while he was drunk? I'm like, what? There was no build up to the passion between them. There was no build up to the relationship. It's just, oh, we're in a relationship. Then you fast forward, you got to go back to London with all this drama, which he just happened to be. No, this book did not do it for me. It did not. I wanted so much more from this book. It just went really flat and very anticlimactic. There was no sexy. I, I, I don't know. It, no. So I was really, really, really disappointed with this one. But you might like it. So check it out. Disposable by Sara Allen. I wanted to throw it across the room, but I didn't. So those are my first book reviews for 2020. Yeah, the links are listed below in the comments. If you read the books, let me know. Leave your thoughts. I want to know what you thought about Three's a Crowd by Tiara Cox or Disposable by Sara Allen. You are also invited to join my chat room on Facebook. It is Read This Book chat room. Is where all the fun and shenanigans happen. Of course, the website has the TBR list and some other fun things on there. And our Read This Book page on Facebook and Instagram keeps you up to date with random book stuff. So there's that. So thanks for joining. I will see you next week with another awesome book review. Read this book.